All right, ladies, welcome to the Dream Dynasty team call. We still haven't talked about the team name, but we'll get to that. There's so much going on right now between Summit. It's like 69 days away. It's crazy. And like, I'm so excited about it. I booked a hotel room yesterday. It wouldn't let me add another one. Christina Schneider went to book another room. And awesome, that hotel's booked out, booked solid. So I'm going to call around to the hotels because when she went to book it, there was like 6 hotels that popped up that didn't pop up when I was looking. So I'm going to go on and I'm just going to call a hotel and see where has like 4 rooms. And yeah, they're all really close together. So I mean, worst case scenario, we're just communicating with each other via Messenger app and meeting up for meals and stuff like that. So we'll figure it out. No doubt in my mind, we'll get it all organized and ready to go. To Be Mindset is launching tomorrow. So I'm going to go in the group after this and I'm going to share some transformations and I'm going to share the package pricing and that sort of stuff. So it is launching tomorrow. I wanted to come to you guys and see if you guys wanted to start the program right away or if you guys want to delay the start with the program. So for example, instead of starting like a prep week with it like next week, doing a prep week with it like the following week, like having a bit of a lag in between. We can talk about that on the team page and decide on an official start date. I'll put a poll in there. How about I do that? And we can all vote on a day. There we go. Now, since we've never seen this program, I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what like the rollout's going to look like or what the daily check-in's going to look like. Do you guys want this? Raise your hand if you want it to be like a completely separate group from everything we're doing. Or do you think, yeah, it's going to have to be A because they're purchasing principles, right? And so other people can't have access to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll be in there talking about it and yeah, it's gonna have to be a separate group. Okay.
I have a question about it.
Yeah.
So is it on Beachbody On Demand or no?
I can't even confirm that for you. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, that it will be. It'll be unlocked on there. So yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure is gonna happen. They do get a package with a ton of stuff in it, like trackers and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's like, so I'm not going to lie, guys, I feel like there wasn't a lot of preparation around like that piece of it. It was like, here's the new program all of a sudden, and then the launch date was May 2nd. And I was like, whoa, okay, like we need to run a launch party here, like get this going. So you guys are doing an amazing job. We're up to like, I think over 100 people in there. So I think that's pretty amazing since we just threw this group together, like what, over the weekend. So we're doing awesome with it, guys. Okay, so next up, May Success Club prizes. So the numbers aren't officially in yet for Success Club from April, so we'll do shout outs in the team page later this week. But we had some new people on the leaderboard this month, which is so exciting. I love when people get that first sale. It's honestly exciting. So this month, Beachbody prize is Joel Bobblehead. How hilarious is that? So you'll get one of those, and then I will be doing another Success Club prize myself, which will be, do you guys like knowing the prizes or do you like getting surprises in the mail? Arms up if you want to know the prizes. Nope, you like surprises in the mail? Okay.
Maddie.
What's that?
Oh, I'm just laughing at Maddie.
I'm just watching. Okay, so we'll just keep it a surprise. I won't tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm like, no, we'll keep it a surprise. All right. Okay, so that's decided. And then second up for Success Club prizes is Beachbody is running the Summit Photo Ops. So if you make Success Club in the month of May, you are going to get a photo op with the celebrity trainers in Indianapolis, which is exciting. So those are like amazing to have for your business with all of the celebrity trainers that are going to be there. Okay, guys, so a couple things tonight. We're going to chat with Shauna. She's going to talk to us about a few things. Number two, I talked about a new app. My cat is driving me nuts. A new app that I'm using. I took it to Shauna and Heather because I wanted them to use it as well, and I think they both did. Shauna, did you use it?
I haven't yet.
You haven't used it yet? Okay, I've been using it. And so I wanted to test it out before I brought it to the team, but it is amazing. Like, it has worked primo. So we'll chat about that. We're going to talk about warm market versus cold market. So let's chat about the app quick. Okay. So anybody that's on Instagram, here's the thing. I like to listen to other team calls, like teams that are really like thriving and jiving, because sometimes they drop little things in there that isn't shared publicly. And so I listened to this call. If anybody listened to the Kate Morgan call, then you would have heard about Captivate and Cleaner. So most of us know about Cleaner. It's for Instagram. It's an app that you download, and it basically goes through and it unfollows everybody that isn't following you back, because there's no sense in following people on Instagram if they're not following you back, right? Like, it's just, yeah, you want to be building relationships with people that are following you. So Cleaner is a great tool to have for Instagram to go through and clean those people out. It's also a great tool to help clean the people out after you use Captivate. So what Captivate is, and now guys, I did have to go to YouTube to learn how to use it. So when you download the app, go to YouTube and look up how to use the Captivate app for Instagram. That's the best way to tell you how to do it, because it's going to walk you through step by step. It was a quick 4-minute video. And so what it's going to do is you're going to log in, and now you can do 50 of them for free. After that, it's going to ask you to pay. It did cost me $6.99. I'm going to tell you, it was a great $6.99 that I spent. But basically what it does is I can go on there right now, and I'll do it tonight before bed. And I will put in somebody that I know follows me. So for, say, Lori follows me, and I love, like, we're both into country music, we're both into lifting weights, like, I love her, so I would probably love some of the people that she follows, right? So I can put her name into the Captivate app under, so the people that pop up are people that it's just suggesting to me to follow. Don't worry about that. You would want to search, you're going to see this on the video, and I could type in Lori's name, okay, and it's going to bring up her Instagram. Sometimes some of these things are so creepy, right? You're like, wow, who like comes up with this stuff? But I can bring up her Instagram, and then I can go to her followers, and it's going to bring up all of her followers, okay? And Madison, I know you're going to love this. It's going to bring up all of her followers. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them. Okay. Now you can go through and just see if there's like any guys that you don't want to click on, or any like businesses you don't want to follow. But when I go to bed tonight, I'm going to queue all those followers. And what this tool is going to do is it's going to follow all of those people, but one every 90 seconds, so that it beats the Instagram algorithm. So for example, I woke up the first night I used it, I woke up the next morning and I had followed like 146 people, but I had like over 44 new follows back, and it's all real people, right? So the hard part is when you are sitting there and you're going through, sorry, I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted. Okay. And you're going through Instagram and you're trying to find people, and it's, you know, it can be a bit of a struggle, right? Like, you're going through and you're spending the time and you're trying to like and comment, and they're not even following you back. And then it's frustrating. You're like, how do people get to like 10,000 followers? It's the Captivate app. Genius. So then basically last night, I didn't follow anybody, because if people follow you back within 2 days, then I mean, go ahead and unfollow them basically, right? Like, if they're not on their Instagram, then unfollow them. So I've gained like over 100 new followers just since the weekend, and it's all real people. Like, it's like I'm scrolling through them as they're following me just to validate it, and it's all people that I would want to engage with, right? So then those are my new people that I can connect with. Some of them have started watching my Instagram stories already. So That's how that works. And then the cleaner app comes in handy because then you can go in there because you don't want your number like too high, right? You want to be cleaning that out. If people aren't following you back, see you later, right? So do you guys have any questions about that? No, pretty straightforward. Okay. I know Heather had used it already and she said that she was digging it. And then Shauna had downloaded it, but she was going to try it. So Captivate is what it's called, and check out YouTube to do that. So if you're growing on Instagram, that's why. And that's why when Christy posted in the page or whatever, and she was talking about fitness followers, I was like, wait for the team call tonight, because you'll be able to tap into this app and that'll take you beyond the fitness followers, right? Because you want to just go to like the everyday average people who are on Instagram, who you can tap into their followers. That'll just be like real people. And that's exactly what you want. So that's the Captivate app. That's the Cleaner app. 2 new things for you to use to build your business. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on was Christy's comment too. Christy, I'm sorry when you're listening to this. I'm using your post tonight. I'm not talking about you, I promise. But warm market versus cold market. So when you come out and you're trying to build on Instagram right away and it's all cold market, it takes a little bit of momentum to build that up, right? So sales do take a little bit longer because they're not your warm market. They don't know, like, and trust you right away. So that's the difference in being on Facebook and your personal page and that sort of stuff, and then on Instagram. So it takes a little bit longer. But I just want to remind you guys that like the $1 million businesses or the successful coaches in this business, it doesn't happen like just overnight. Like if you think about it, if I were to tell you in 5 years you would be a millionaire or a 6-figure earner in this business, you just had to stick it out and do the mundane things each day, would you have would you stick it out then? Right? Like if you could take a look ahead 5 years from now and I were to predict that for you, right? But the hard part is right now when you're in it and you're doing those everyday things and you're not quite seeing the successes. It's easier for us on the outside looking in to tell you what your successes are. And I mean, I see so much growth with every single person on this call. There's not a single person on our team that I would say like has not had any growth over the last little bit. Every step that you're taking in your business is one step closer to where you want to be. So always stay focused. It's not about where you are right now. It's about where you're going and where you want to be and what does it look like to get there, right? If you only want to pay for your Shakeology this month, then maybe you don't send out those invites. Maybe you're just doing the call to actions and connecting with people and that's it, right? But if you do want to make this a business and make an income at this business and go on the trips and stuff, then you do have to be doing the reaching out and the inviting. So I looked at Kate Morgan. I mean, of course, guys, I would find her on Instagram. Lunges and Literacy, or Literacy and Lunges or something is her Instagram. Anyway, she posted her leaderboard and she had like 112 Success Club points last month. And then I saw 2 other girls who had like 256 Success Club points. And I was like, challenge accepted. I'm over here like, and I'm like, woohoo, I made 12 last month, right? Which is a huge celebration. But I look at that, guys, and that's where I see, I'm like, I want to set my bar higher, right? So don't ever look at someone else around you and feel like discouraged, right? It's like, okay, but where do I want to be in my business? Because this is my business. Okay, if that girl can do that, that's where I want to go. I'm going to set my bar and I'm going to aim for half of that. That's me personally, guys. Don't feel that you have to do that at all, but that's where I set my bar, okay? So make sure you set your bar where you want it to be, and then you go through with the actions. If you struggle with what those actions are, there's so many of us in the team page that are more than happy to help you and guide you and tell you the things that you should do in order to get there. So I know Shauna had an amazing video in there about inviting this weekend. She hit a huge goal this, guys, last month. Can't even talk. She had a huge goal, guys, last month. Success Club 24, girl. That's like your all-time high, isn't it? Okay, so we'll let you lead in here. And so this is Shauna, Diamond Coach, and Success Club 24 for the first time last month. So I think that she just set her own bar a little bit higher. And so Shauna, you can go ahead and step in.
Sure. So I first want to start off with like, when I first started coaching, my goal wasn't to build a business at all. Like when I had my one-on-one call with Michelle, she was like, she was like telling me all the different like types of coaches you could be. And I was like, yeah, I'll just be a hobby one. Because I was like, I don't want to, like, I was nervous and I was shy, and I'm still that type of, well, I'm a lot different now. But so that wasn't my goal at first. My goal was to just get like the discount on the shakes, but I started posting on social media and I got some followers, and then my business started to grow. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that my business has been growing the whole time, because I stopped for like 3 months last year. I stopped coaching pretty much. Like I was still doing my groups, but I wasn't posting, like I wasn't doing anything like that. And Michelle was like, "Are you okay?" Like something wrong. But I'll be honest, like a lot of it had to do with people judging me on my posts and like, why are you working out? You're so skinny type of thing. So I stopped for a long time until I like dug into personal development, and it really helped me a lot. So then I actually got the email last year when I finally started coaching again, and it was like, you earn your trip to Mexico. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so cool. Like I'm 22 years old and I just earned a trip. Like this is crazy. So that was really exciting. And then I went to Summit, and at this time I was sitting in the stadium at Success Club Zero, and I was like, what? Like all these people are walking across stage, just killing it. Like they're no different than us. And like, why can't I do that? So I got home, and ever since then I've been hitting Success Club 10 or above, because I'm following the vital behavior. And I'll seriously tell you, if you're not inviting, you won't hit Success Club, because like 90% of my Success Club points come from invites. And I don't just invite like one or two, I invite like at least 50 or more a month. So you really have to put yourself out there. I know it's scary, but I always just think, like, imagine if Alex never came to me, like, where would I be right now, right? So I just think of it that way. And like, if you don't get answers or anything like that, like, don't take it as like, oh, this person thinks I'm annoying. They'll come back to you eventually. They will. They'll still watch your journey. So do not miss Summit. That seriously like blew my business up completely. And like it's so fun being with your team and like getting together, like instead of just like online. It's way better to see one another in person. And then the trip to Mexico was freaking amazing. Like being around all these coaches, the parties, like they literally treat you like gold there. Like it's crazy to think that you get an earned trip to Mexico. Any of you on this call could get that trip. Any of you, I know you could. It's you don't have to hit Success Club every month, do you, Michelle? I don't think it's like, not saying not to do that, but I'm saying like anyone in this group
I
could
think
do
it's
it.
important to know that you can jump in even as late as probably this summer and still earn the trip. Like,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's what you did, right? Was you jumped back into coaching after Summit last year, and Summit was in July, and
Yeah,
then you had earned the trip to Mexico, and so did Heather. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, yeah, the trip was really fun. Like, again, I said, like, being with your team. And it really, like, seeing, like, big teams there, it just made me want to grow my team even more. So that was another takeaway from the trip. What else? Earning my photo op was really cool. Meeting the super trainers, like, I never thought that would ever happen. I've met Joel before, but I've never met Chris or Autumn, and they've been like my top super trainers that I really wanted to meet. So that was cool. Like just knowing that I earned that just by helping people, right? So yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Shauna was just sharing like her biggest takeaways from the Success Club trip and the reason why, like, because I think a lot of the time it's like, oh, it's a trip, whatever. What could you really miss? But I mean, we discovered like Team Boom. Team Boom likes to party.
Yeah.
Huge. So yeah, so we're gonna end the call tonight. We'll just share with you guys where Team YOLO came from. I know that it's not completely off the table yet, and I just want to explain why. So where that came from was we were sitting around the one night, and Shauna, you weren't there for steakhouse night, were you? No, she wasn't. She ate the fruit in Mexico, off the resort.
Uh,
So where it came from was we were all sitting around and we were all talking about the stories that kind of have changed our lives. So the people in our lives who have passed away at like young ages or due to like illness and stuff like that. We were talking about the unfortunate accidents that we've experienced. We were talking about different things and with people in our lives that were being diagnosed and stuff like that. And like, then we were talking about, which kind of shifted then, talking about our challenge group and how we all really are like the same type of people. And we all kind of create this like, you know, there's no such thing as perfection. Like we're all shooting for progress, which then shifted to the fact that like we all lead a life of balance and we can literally see when people come into the group and the shift in happiness that happens in the group and the confidence and like, what if we never experienced that? And so then we got talking at the pool then the one day about how we only live once and how it's so important to experience these things and to really live your best life and to really focus on what you want in life. Like business aside, health and fitness aside, what are the things that you want to do with your life? Because we don't know when our clock is up. Like I could get off this call and choke on a freaking apple and you know what I mean? Like anything could happen at any time. And it's really sad that I would think that way or anything like that. But I think what we recognized when we were all talking in Mexico, and like, this wasn't just Heather and Sean and I, this was like Mario and Chris was talking and like we were having this huge conversation about it all, but it's just, that's been our experience. And the more we talked about it, the more we realized that it was us like that had experienced all this, and we felt that that kind of trickled down to the team as well, that you know we all kind of get emotional when we talk about this stuff. I feel like our paths have crossed for a reason, right? Like we've all kind of experienced something, right? And so that's where Team You Only Live Once came from. It wasn't like a Team YOLO, like, hey, you know, it was, there was a huge direct meaning behind it. And so that was the reason why, and then since, you know, Dream Dynasty, I love that, guys. Don't get me wrong. And if we do a vote again and you decide you do want to keep that. But I just felt since we made this shift and we're kind of doing this as an entire team, like I loved Team Boom and how they are just Team Boom. Like it's just this entire group. And like, yes, people do run groups separately and stuff like that, but they were this united one. And that's where I feel our shift has gone. And so that's why I felt like, okay, maybe we do need to rebrand ourselves into something that we all can kind of like talk about on social media. And this is our tribe and this is our community. Like it's not mine. This is ours. And I think I love that about us now. And so I won't like say like what your vote is now, because if you still feel that it's like too, you don't love it or anything like that, that's okay. Totally cool with it. I'm complete like easygoing girl. But if you're like, nah, I'm just, you know, wait, I'm easygoing. So opposite. But if you love it, let me know if you love it and you're like, you know what, that really does suit us and suit I feel like it's our story was where it kind of came from. So yeah, Shauna, do you have anything else to add to that at all about where that came from? So you hang on with that.
Yeah, like I felt like a lot of people were like, YOLO, like thinking like it's like an annoying name, but like there was a lot to go with it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you
Which
explained
you wouldn't get when we just posted it, right? Without explaining like where it came from.
Yeah.
But we were like tossing it around when we were there the whole time, and the guys were just like, yes, like with the story and stuff, like, but again, this is a team decision. This is not my decision or anything like this. I really want it to be like a team decision. So
I just add something quick.
Sure.
I like, so now that I hear like your explanation behind it, I like the meaning behind what you pick. I think it's just like if we're putting like YOLO on Facebook, it's hard to give that meaning behind it. But maybe if like you're looking to rebrand or rename, like picking a different name that represents the meaning that you're trying to put. But I just feel like that acronym, although you know the meaning behind it, if we like put on Facebook like, oh, my tribe team YOLO, right? Like it just still has that, even though we know what it is, when you're putting it on social media, it doesn't have that same effect of your heartbeat behind it.
True.
Like, does that make sense? Like, I just wonder if there's a name that better reflects, like, so when you are posting on social media without having to be like Team YOLO, and then this is why we call it that, something that kind of reflects that heartbeat in the name itself. I don't know if that makes sense.
It totally does. And I think that any team name you were to pick, it will only get meaning if you give it meaning, right? Mm-hmm. So like when you're sharing your story and the differences, because we all have different stories and different meanings that would bring the power to that, and very well to any other team name too. Do you know what I mean? So like on social media, I feel like me personally, I wouldn't market it as just Team YOLO. It would be very like, I feel like there's a lot of story behind it. I feel like there's a lot of good posts behind that that you would share that in, and that would be my suggestion on how to share that and how to market that if it were to be that. But again, with any team name too that we choose. But I think it's exciting that we'll do it together, and it'll be like one. We'll choose it together. Anyone else have anything else they want to say? No, you guys are always so quiet. Any questions or anything at all? No. Carrie's chiming in.
I do.
Okay.
You and I talked about it, about our 30-day group.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
We need to put more effort into it, guys. We need live videos and stuff like that. We're giving all the attention to the VIP group, and I don't think we're giving enough attention to the newbies.
100%. Yes. I had that on my list. I promise. Yes. So we kind of have it flip-flopped right now. Our VIP group, guys, there's a lot of people in there that aren't on Shakeology and stuff like that. So no recurring orders or commission. Just calling a spade on that one. So all the effort should be actually like shifted to the spring into summer group, right? Like our VIP or our new 30-day groups. Like, so feel free to like be going live in there and sharing stuff. As much as you can or as much as you want. Same with prizes. We're going to be wrapping up this challenge and going forward with the prizes. We really want to be doing the prize giveaway, that sort of stuff. So yes, Carrie did bring that to my attention today too, that we want to really be giving like lots of love and excitement in that group. VIP group is amazing. Lots of energy in there. It's really a self-sustaining group. Would you guys not say? Like, people are just like popping in there like crazy. Obviously we still want to go in there and do the same thing too, but just with a little bit more emphasis on, I think, the spring into summer group, or the drop it like it's hot challenge that's coming up. I like that name. I can't believe Autumn is using it too. What are the chances? Okay, would you guys agree with that? You guys cool with that? Did you guys notice that too? Whoops.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, Madison, you go have another frozen margarita for us, okay? Oh my gosh. And if anybody snapped a picture, actually, let me snap a picture quick right now. Everybody smile. Let me get my camera open. Madison, hold your drink up, Madison. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for hopping on the call tonight. We will chat to you guys later.